Good morning guys, just about to get a train to St Pancras. This morning I'm going up to Mansfield. The reason I'm doing that is because this weekend it's the English cross-country relays. But these cross-country relays are essentially where all the clubs from England come together and compete in 3 and 4 stage relays. It's 3k for the senior women, 5k for the senior men. It's been staged in Mansfield I think for the last like 30 years, and a lot of the best athletes that will show up today will be using it as a bit of a warm-up for European cross-country trials to try and get into like GB teams and stuff, so there'll be some pretty good athletes. For Hern Hill we've got 4 teams going up, 2 men's teams and 2 women's teams. Last year I did it and it was one of the best days out that I had with the club. I think because it was probably the first time, you know, that I saw running as a bit of a team sport. Normally we think of running as a very individual sport, but with these relays I kind of got the first sense of how running can be, you know, a real team sport. You see, I'll be in the B team today, and even going up against other B teams, you know, you really find yourself wanting to win and wanting your teammates to do well and have good runs, and the encouragement that people give each other, like in all running events, was brilliant. Both Hern Hill's A teams, men and women, look very strong. I think especially even the women might have an eye on winning the thing, so yeah, they'd be very capable. It actually looks like it's going to be a pretty...
Shortly arriving at Loughborough Junction.
It actually looks like it's going to be quite a pleasant day. It's been absolutely pissing rain all week. Yeah, that was a good journey. We've scouted out the course from last year. They've actually changed the course slightly for the first time in like 30 years apparently. So it looks largely the same though, there's just a couple of different turns. It's actually a beautiful course. You start with a nice really open field so you can try and get into a good position. It takes you around the lake and then you come into the woods where there's a few ups and downs, one steep hill and then a really long hill. So from memory last year you had to really be able to know when to kind of push. One minute you were really struggling up a hill and the next minute you had to try and decide when to conserve energy. It's actually a beautiful day, like you can probably see the sun is shining. Last year it was absolutely pissing with rain, but the ground still looks a little soft, so it will still take a stud. I've got the last leg, the graveyard shift, so plenty of time for me to kill. Last year I went around in about 18:40 for a 5k loop, so hopefully I can go a little bit faster than that, especially if the ground is definitely a bit firmer than last year. The under 15s boys just about to finish, so now we're just waiting on the senior women to go. That's the main started now. I've got about probably another 45 minutes until I'm running, so I'm going to start my warm-up now. This is the horrible bit. Start again. This is the horrible bit about being last. Like, gotta keep an eye on, see where the others are at. For me, that's a beautiful course, but it's so tough. Oh, it's so soft. It's just spit all over me, man. That's how you know you're working hard. Didn't have anyone to catch, really. Just got overtaken by all the really fast people on their second lap. Only annoying bit is how I got overtaken in the last, like, I don't know, 40 metre. I just had nothing left. Definitely not a lesson in recovery. 4 cans, steak bake, and a bacon sandwich. That'll do. Fucking hell. I tell you, that was brilliant from Tesco Express Nottingham. In and out. That queue went down like a flash. Fair play. Final bit of elite recovery to be completed. That was a long bloody train journey. Honestly, the people that pick the Mansfield dates need to stop putting them on weekends when Nottingham Forest are at home, man. It's an absolute friggin' nightmare with football fans and shit. Oh my god, I'm shattered. I'm just back from my long run and I am a shell of a man. That was a rough journey home yesterday with all the football fans, barely any seats in the train, and I left my spikes in Mansfield, so I'll have to get a new pair pretty pronto. But apart from that, that was a really successful day. Massive kudos to both the women's teams, A and B. A team finishing second overall and the B team finishing second B team. So yeah, great runs from all the women. And then men's A team for Hern Hill came 11th, so very respectable. And ourselves, I've actually got the results up here. We came 65th, the B team, so out of 172, so chuff for that. Like, I went round in 18:27. It's like 15 seconds, I think, faster than last year, so pretty happy with that. And I'll put us up 5 places, so you'll never sing that. But it was a really good day yet again. I just absolutely love that course. It's got just enough flat bits where you can try and make up a bit of time, but then when you go into the woods, it's just got a really nice bit of steep undulations, turns, technical bits. And then this year, with the slight changes, they put in a log jump, which massive fan of a log jump. I think that should be in like there should be multiple in every cross-country race if I had my way. You just feel like a kid again while you're jumping over it. It just adds so much fun. Well, I'll be saying that until I deck over one. The only bad thing for me yesterday was I didn't really have to race with anyone. Normally in cross-country, you know, you're not really, it's not too time focused. You're just like deciding when to make surges and when to back off. With myself, I had a pretty clean run the whole way. The people that overtook, like I overtook very easily and should have been overtaken. So it sort of felt like just a bit of a time trial almost. There was one funny bit where loads of people were shouting, "Come on, Callum," and I was like, God, this is amazing. I've got so many people want me to do well. And then right flying past me goes Callum Elson, who's like, if you don't have a clue who he is, he's like runs for Hoka and is like a professional runner. So I presume most people were shouting for him. But honestly, him, and then so Tunbridge men won the senior men's and Belgrave won the senior women. The chap James Kingston, I think, who had the 4th leg for Tunbridge, flew past me, and him and that Callum Elson running past me, you just really got an appreciation for how fast these guys are. It is, you know, when you're watching them just run against other people and you're at the sidelines, you don't really get a feel for it. But oh my god, just you have moments sometimes in races where people go past you and you think, oh, should I try and go with them? And that thought didn't enter my head at all. Like, it was just, they're miles, you know, leagues ahead. So that was quite interesting, cool. Yeah. But yeah, really good day. Really happy I went again. There's probably more I could say, but I think that'll do. It was sort of difficult, but I quite enjoyed making that video. So I would like to try and do a few more cross country ones because I really enjoy running them. But we'll see. So yeah, thank you so much if you've watched this far, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.